everybody. It is Thrive Live, right? So today we are going to talk about the 7 rules for making 2023 a great year. Are you guys ready to thrive in 2023? I know that I am. So, your first rule, rule number 1, let it go. Let it go. I saw this quote, I love it. I'm going to share it with you guys. And it says, never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday, right? Could you imagine taking a 10-pound sack of potatoes, throwing it over your back, and having to climb a mountain, right? So let's just drop that baggage. Let's just drop that 10 pounds or 20 pounds of potatoes that we've been carrying around with us. Let's just let it go so that we can have more peace and joy in our 2023. Rule number 2 is to ignore them, right? Don't listen to other people. And there's so much that we can get just out of this one rule, right? Couple things. Be careful with who you surround yourself with this year. Be really picky about the people that you spend time with. Be really picky about what you allow in your head and through your ears, because the brain is kind of like a robot. So the brain responds the way that it's wired. How does it get wired? Well, it gets wired from the things that you consciously and unconsciously hear, and what's happening, what's the input into the brain, right? Also, create a life and live a life that empowers you. It doesn't have to, your job isn't to live a life that necessarily empowers a parent or a brother or a sister. I mean, yes, we live for contribution, and yes, we live to empower others, but create a life that you want. This is not for anybody else. This is for you. Number 3, give everything you're doing more time. That sounds familiar. That sounds like a universal law that chiropractors live by, right? The chiropractic principle of time. All healing takes time. Well, guess what? All successes take time. All journeys take time. Reaching your goals take time. Love yourself a little bit this year, and take some time to smell the roses. Take some time to look back on all of the stuff that you actually did accomplish over your last year. You know, sometimes watching your success is a little bit like watching paint dry. And you can kind of be sitting there like, oh man, when am I ever going to bust through? When am I ever going to go to the next level? When am I going to hit all of my goals? But if you really take a moment to look back on all of the stuff that you did do, you will start to feel an amazing amount of gratitude for all that you've accomplished over the last year. All right? So let's give it some time. Number 4, I love this one. Don't compare. Here's my belief on this. God created each of us differently. He created us with a purpose in mind. And my purpose is not your purpose. Your purpose is not my purpose, and so on and so forth, right? So you're never comparing against yourself against that other chiropractor down the street, or that coach that is doing whatever, right? You're not comparing yourself to others. You're not meant to be others. You're meant to be you in all of your power and all of your glory. So let's tap into that, and let's put thinking about what other people are doing in the back of our mind, right? And number 5, this one I have to remind myself of a bunch. Kelly's probably gonna laugh at this one. Stay calm. Stay calm, right? Because shit happens. I remember my little old grandmother, she was like 85 years old, she'd be like, shit happens, right? Well, shit happens. Just when you're in practice and you're an entrepreneur and you're in business, shit happens just about every single day of the week. Take a breath, and stay calm. You're going to make way better decisions when you are in a relaxed state than when you are in a hyper focused, tense, stressed out state. I promise you, every decision that you make will be way better if you make it in a relaxed physiological state, for sure. And shoot, what are we on now? Number six. Number six, what's our sixth rule? It's on you. This is an important one. It's on you, baby. What does that mean? That means it's responsibility time. It's responsibility time. What does that mean? That means that it's not the chiropractor down the street's fault if your new patient numbers are low. You know, it's not your parents' fault for stress that you have in your adult life, right? It's on you. The more we can take responsibility, that puts us in charge. That empowers you. That puts you in charge of your physiological state. I tell this to my team all the time. The old school verbiage here used to be, leave your backpack at the back door, right? Before you ever even place your hand on the door, leave your backpack outside, right? I I take it a step further and say, you know what? Why are you carrying around that backpack to begin with, right? Let's take some responsibility and get rid of that thing altogether. Okay, let's get rid of that thing altogether, and and it is your responsibility, and it is every team member's responsibility to manage their state. What does that mean? That means that we all have bad days, but no, it is not okay to come into the office with a poor attitude, pissed off, a bad vibe. Not acceptable, okay? It's not acceptable for the team, and it's certainly not acceptable for a leader, okay? So figure out what it takes for you to learn how to manage your state. Number 7. I love this one. I just got done watching this movie. It was a little bit scary, but smile. Smile more. Make smiling more a point for 2023. Something really fascinating happens when we move our body, right? When you move your body in a fluid manner, your mind becomes more fluid. When you smile, you literally cannot help but feel happy. You literally cannot help feeling joy. Maybe that is your cue. Maybe that is what cues your body into managing your state. I don't know. But let's just make it a conscious choice, a conscious decision every day to smile more in 2023. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to have a phenomenal 2023. I know that there's always these type of videos, right, out when a new year starts. But what better time than a new year to make some consistency counts, to make some consistent rules for our new year to catapult us to our next level, to reach our goals, and to fulfill our dreams. All right, guys, many blessings. Have a phenomenal weekend, and we will see you next week.